Hi, I'm Caitlin Corbet-Fenner, and I'm excited to share with you tonight about how you can use Young Living's essential oils for your pets. Tonight, there will be 3 videos. I'll be doing the first video, which is a little bit of an intro and some background on essential oils, and then in the second 2 videos, my friend Gina will be explaining about some of the oils that come in our great premium starter kit. And she'll explain how you can use some of those on your pets. Well, all of those on your pets. A quick disclaimer, we are not vets or doctors. We can't diagnose, treat, or cure any sickness or illnesses. It's always best to consult your doctor or vet if you have any questions or are on any prescription medications. Please keep in mind that when we talk about the oils tonight, we are only talking about Young Living's oils. I'll talk later about Young Living's amazing quality and their seed to seal guarantee. I've been using the oils for my family since last summer. I was very stressed out and nervous during my last trimester of pregnancy and wanted to find a natural way to feel better. I'd been interested in oils for a while, and my friend was hosting a class. So I went to the class and I signed up and got my premium starter kit, and I have never looked back. I use the oils daily on myself, on my son, my pets, and also around the house. My husband uses them as well. My job can be very stressful at times. I work in a very constantly changing environment. I work with children with autism, so I always have Stress Away and lavender on hand to help reduce that stress. I also use Thieves daily as well on I use Thieves daily on my son as well as myself to help support our immune systems. We have 2 dogs and 2 cats. At times, our house can get a little stinky. I mean, we have a litter box, and we have those 2 dogs that like to play outside and roll in the mud and all of that. So I always keep a bottle of purification next to my diffuser, which is one of the things that comes in the starter kit, just in case someone decides to stop by on short notice. If someone sends me a text and says, hey, we're gonna stop by, I put a couple drops in my diffuser and turn that puppy on. It has a wonderful fresh scent that eliminates the odor almost immediately. When we came home from the hospital, our cats, we'd been gone for a couple of days when I had Thomas, our cats had gotten into the trash, and we keep it in our pantry. Our cats had somehow gotten in there and knocked over the trash can, and there was stinky trash everywhere. And I had this little tiny newborn baby, and I was freaking out because our house smelled awful. I was worried about the germs in the air. You know how you get really nervous about germs when you have a brand new baby. So I immediately went to my diffuser and put purification in there, and the scent is just so nice, and it just made me feel better. I've also mixed purification with water in a glass spray bottle and sprayed it on Lily when she's gotten stinky rolling around outside and I don't have time to give her a bath, which happens quite often lately. I don't have time to give them baths. I try, but sometimes it doesn't happen. So purification is a quick fix. Luckily, our animals in our family are generally very healthy physically. Since I've started using the oils, they really haven't been sick at all. So I don't have a whole lot of testimonies that way, but one time I did use Digest on Lily when she had an upset stomach. It's an oil that's great for supporting the digestive tract. She had been vomiting off and on, and I realized that I hadn't tried an oil, so I put it on her stomach diluted, and she didn't vomit anymore. So I was really excited about that. Unfortunately, both of our dogs tend to be rather nervous. Lily gets very nervous during thunderstorms, especially. I've been using, actually really this last week, we've been using it a lot as well because we've had a lot of storms. I've been using diluted lavender and Peace and Calming on her during the storms. I just rub a little bit on each of my hands and then rub them on her ears and neck, and it's really helped calm her down. Mia, my little dog, is afraid of other dogs, and I found that lavender oil and Peace and Calming, that same mixture, helps her stay calm around other dogs as well. So they're great for really helping reducing some of that nervousness. So let's talk a little bit about what essential oils are. Essential oils are the lifeblood of the plant that initiates regeneration into the cells. Anything that our blood does for us is what the essential oils do for the plant. They carry nutrients and oxygen through our body and can effectively combat the damaging effects of toxins and harmful substances in and around our bodies. Essential oils are made up of very tiny molecules that have the ability in their chemical structure to penetrate the cell membrane and transport oxygen and nutrients inside the cell, thus giving more support to the immune system. They can also penetrate the blood-brain barrier. When we're talking about the oils in animals, please keep in mind that all animals are not the same. Cats are much more sensitive to the oils than dogs are, and I'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Animals' sense of smell is much more sensitive than humans. A search and rescue dog can smell and detect a dead body underneath the water just by sniffing a piece of clothing from the boat that person was in. So you want to keep that in mind when you're using the oils on your animals, as their sense of smell is much more sensitive than ours. So we want to tend to dilute the oils more than you might if you were using them on yourself. Sometimes also keep in mind many people will misinterpret an animal's response to the essential oils as a dislike. For example, if they scratch their face or something, but this may not be the case. They may just be adjusting to the smell. Also, recent studies have suggested that hair follicles enhance the transdermal absorption of essential oils in animals. Like I was saying, some animals are much more sensitive than others to the oils because of their dense hair, like cats and exotic animals such as chinchillas. The hair follicles also aid in the absorption of airborne essential oils as well. This raises incredible insight into the dangers of household chemicals and toxins such as floor cleaners, fabric softeners, odor eliminating sprays, and air fresheners in our homes. I've completely stopped using odor eliminating sprays and air fresheners. I use that purification every time. I love it. So now I'll talk to you a little bit about Young Living Seed to Seal Promise. Young Living is a great company. They have, it was founded in 1993. It's the oldest and most trusted essential oil company in the world. They have 20 plus years of research and experience. All of their pest control is done using essential oils, and all of their weed control is done by hand. They don't use any pesticides. Young Living is the only essential oil company that owns their own farms. Gary Young, the founder of the company, he has built 8 farms around the world. The Young Living's internal labs and third-party labs complete 8 different tests on every batch of oil that is made. Yet only 30% of oil samples tested are sold. They have this great seed to seal guarantee, which means that they start with the seeds and they follow it all the way until they seal the bottles. So they plant the seeds, they cultivate and grow the plants, then they have their own factories where they distill the oils, then they test the oils like I was just talking about. They have those 8 tests, and then they seal the bottles. So Young Living oversees that entire process. This is something that's unique to Young Living and is great. They have the most rigorous quality standards, and that's why I'm really comfortable using the oils for my family, especially for my pets and my children. My child. So there are 3 ways that you can use essential oils with your pets. Topically, putting the oils on your hands and petting your animal is less irritating and just as effective as putting the oils directly on the skin. The hair will actually transmit the oils into the skin. You can also use the VitaFlex points on their paws. I'll see if I can find a infographic and post that on the event page later. You can also use a carrier oil like coconut oil. Coconut oil is amazing, or vegetable oil, or olive oil. You can use that if you notice that any of the oils are irritating your animal's skin. Some of the oil, you want to use caution with hot oils. Gina will talk about that a little bit in the later videos, which of the oils in the premium starter kit are hot oils. One of these is peppermint. You always want to dilute peppermint. You can also use water misting, which is what I was talking about with the purification. You can mix a little bit of your oils with water and then use a spray bottle and spray it on your pets. You can also use the oils aromatically. You can use a diffuser. Diffusers come in the premium starter kits. They're great. When you diffuse, for pets you don't need as many drops, especially in small rooms, because the animal's sense of smell is so much stronger than our own. One thing that I do when I diffuse oils with my cats is I always make sure that they have somewhere else that they can go. So if the oils are too strong for them, they have another room that they can go into. I don't ever have my diffuser and close the door and they're in a small room with it, especially with my cats, because they can be so much more sensitive to the oils. You can also put the oils on a cotton ball, a blanket or towel, or in their, put those in their crates. You always want to be careful sticking an oil into an animal's face, because of their sense of smell. You can also use Young Living's oils internally. You always, with dogs and cats, you want to be a little more cautious about this. Well, with the animals in general, you want to be a little more cautious about this. But you can add the oils to their drinking water. You don't want to use the hot oils in water. You always want to put the oils into only glass, ceramic, or stainless steel drinking containers. The plastic containers, the oils can draw out the impurities and toxins in those and bring them into the water. So you never want to put essential oils into plastic containers. When you're putting the oils in their drinking water, you don't want to make it too strong, and you want to be careful that they're drinking enough water. So start with 1 drop in a very large amount of water, see how they do with it, and then go from there. Cats are much less likely to drink essential oils. The key is to start with a toothpick drip amount and gradually increase. For dogs, you can do 1 drop per liter of water and work up to more. Peppermint and with peppermint and citrus oils, cats and citrus oils, guinea pigs, you can use orange and tangerine, 1 drop per liter. Snakes, you want to be very careful for water that they're soaking in. You can use a toothpick per liter. You can also add the oils to the food. 1 to 2 drops of oils can be added to moistened food. That works well for most. Cats are unique and will generally not eat essential oils, but some do. I know my cats are very, very picky. Let's see, orally, this is generally only used in extreme cases. You can use gel caps and put the essential oils in the gel caps. You can also give the animals them via oral drops. The oils will be absorbed through the mucous membranes in the lip or cheek area. Horses and dogs tolerate this very well. The oils can also be dropped right into the mouth. The goal is just to get it in there. A lot of times you can use this for pain or post-operative recovery. You always want to be careful with the eyes and the ears. You never want to place the essential oils neat in the eyes or ear canals. This means undiluted. When we use an oil neat, that means that it's undiluted. There are recipes that we'll post later for eye spritzers, ear spray, and cotton ball ear applications. Please use your best judgment and do your own research. You always want to do your own research when you're using essential oils. You can also when you're using essential oils around the eyes, you always want to use a carrier oil. In the next video, Gina will talk about the essential oils that come in our premium starter kits, and then in the third video, she'll talk a little bit about some of the animal-specific oils that Young Living offers. They have a really great animal kit. Thank you for joining us tonight.